Alright, so I really just wanted to share my experience of, it was a very odd dream that I had back in July, recurring dreams, one after another, which after now having a few months to think back about it and all that, I feel as if I should tell you about my astral projection experience with my alien guides in my dream that I had. Dream. Pretty sure I was awake. But anyways, getting ahead of things. So this might not be for everybody. Not everybody is meant to share the same views, but this is definitely something I would like to know if other people have had similar, same, just I want to know about your experiences. Lots of comments, questions, anything, please. So it was about July, end of July. I had just come back from a trip from my sister's wedding, and I was home, ready to go to sleep so I could go to work the next day. Laying down, usually it takes me a good 30 to 45, maybe even an hour to fall asleep. I'm very ADHD. I hadn't taken any sleeping medication or any anxiety medication, and the only thing I had in me was pot. So after laying down for about 5 or 10 minutes in my room, which is lit up now but completely blacked out whenever me and my boyfriend sleep, I had I felt like I was relaxed, and I'd say 5-10 minutes into it, I felt like I was being drawn somewhere while still in this like haze of trying to fall asleep. The only noise in my entire house was the small white noise fan that I have in my bedroom in the window. So I fell asleep, or I guess not. I laid there for about 5 or 10 minutes, and then, like I said, I felt like I was being called or drawn to this other realm by a woman's voice and by a man's voice, and they were leading me, and they led me to it was like an educational conference room, if you will, but definitely like nothing you've seen in real life. Nothing. Like the colors, the smell, the texture was so vibrant and real and different. Just, it's very hard to explain, and I'm still going to try to explain it. But these two guides, first things first, they wanted to educate me a little bit about what they were doing and why they were coming to me to let me know, okay, well, we've been trying to reach you for a long time. You've been gone for a long time. And I was very confused by this. I really didn't understand what I've been gone for a long time. Thought it was a typical dream. And a little bit more into it, it was them telling me that the planet that I'm on houses energy in our physical bodies that we know, and once that's done, you get to go back to, if you're lucky enough, this empire, pretty much, I guess is the best way to explain it, that has been created by everyone and anyone you have ever loved and meant something to you in your life. It was really odd running into people that I hadn't seen in years, or people where I just looked at them and I could hear them say, I knew it, I knew it. And, just confused, like, you knew what? I knew you weren't a being from Earth. I knew you were different. There's things that you tap into that are different. And after talking to one of my more enlightened spiritual friends, I feel a little bit more confident, and that's why I'm making this video, because I really do want to know if anyone else has had similar experiences like this. So when I was briefed pretty much on how I had to take care of my body, exercise, eat, and drink in a certain amount of water every day, there's like a timer that goes off in your head, and automatically you think gym and you're at the gym and you're exercising. Or you think, oh man, I want a salad, and all of a sudden you're sitting at a table eating a salad. And it's like you're on a schedule then. And everyone, I mean, think about all the people you've come encounter with throughout your life. And you thought that some of them were just your best goddamn friends that you ever met, or, you know, how have I never met this person before? A lot of people were there. And it was all telepathically. There was no words moving, so it was like this, but except my mouth isn't moving, you only hear my words in your head, and we're just looking at each other. Being intimate with somebody was also like the same type of thing. Like, you are not stripping down and jumping each other's bones, you're in each other's minds. And I feel like that would probably be more intimate than what we feel is intimate as human beings. To be in someone's mind that's special. So it was very interesting. And not everybody looked the way they look on this plane as they did on that. Like my boyfriend, for instance, he's, 5'11", a buck 45, and he's very pessimistic. Well, he was a very optimistic little chubby kid, and very happy-go-lucky, and it's like, but I recognized him and knew who he was. As soon as I saw him, I said, oh, hey, baby, how's it going, And as the dream went in and in and in, then I'm discovering that this is like a home that I've been gone from for so long, that these people missed me so much. It's like they had a party, I guess, yeah, like a party, except that I was like the Aerosmith of the party. It was pretty wild. I was a big deal wherever this planet, realm, ship, whatever you want to call it, astral projection is. I was it. And my family was a big deal, and there was a lot of other people that said that the work we do on Earth is what carries over onto this realm that we will be going to after its curtains. So I get up, and really was kind of told not to say anything about it, which of course, waking up and hearing that, you're just like, oh, it was just a dream, what a wild dream, maybe I had one too many hits off the joint last night, I don't know. But then the next day it happened again, same exact thing. Laid down for about 5-10 minutes and immediately was transferred there. First thing that happened was like having FaceTime in your brain, and I was speaking with my best friend who lives in another state, and just going over all these things that we had planned for each other, and also, just somehow I knew these things were going on, and so we go and we go and explore the plane that we're on. Same place again, we had the gym, we had the education class again. It's really like you took on your true form of how you felt for the day, is that's how you looked. So if you felt like you were 200 pounds that day, you looked like you were 200 pounds. If you felt like you were rocking it and looking awesome and all dressed to the nines, that's what you were doing. And so manifesting these things, I guess you would call it, very quickly. I mean, like, you think it happens. It's like some shit you see in the movies, except that it wasn't a movie and it was extremely real. So, going further and further into this, I'm seeing more and more people that I know, and they're just telling me, we've been trying to reach other people, and we need you to get them on board. But be careful how you word it, because if you say it, people are going to think you're crazy. No one's going to believe you. And of course, when you think about it, who the hell believes anybody that says they've been abducted by aliens, except for other people that have been abducted by aliens? So, long story short, we get down to it. I am searching. It's like they put on this huge show, like something like it was in like the 20s, like where you all show up at the same nightclub and, everyone came to see you perform and you're just busting it out. I don't know. And I mean, I do that in real life anyways, but not like at shows and stuff, like karaoke bars. But anyways, so it goes more and more into it. I wake up again, right? And I tell my boyfriend the next morning, they're trying to reach you. They told me to tell you, when you go to sleep tonight, constantly think the word receive. Receive, receive. And you'll see a green light, because that's what I saw, and it's like you're just like, you're taken there like faster than the speed of lightning. Like, just crazy, man. So, again, like I said, they told me if I told anyone that it would just sound like I was crazy. Well, going more and more into this dream, and I told my boyfriend about it, and I told him, when we go to sleep, this is what you need to do, and he's pretty open-minded, so of course he obliged my request. And then, when we woke up, he didn't have any type of dreams. He said he tried as hard as he could, but it turns out that my dreams turned into a type of something I wish I would have never experienced, which, after again speaking to my very enlightened friend, does lead me to believe his theory, which is that somebody was trying to intercept this message and this information that they were trying to give me, and they were intercepting it because they didn't want me to have it, or whatever the reason may be. Maybe I wasn't ready for it, maybe it's for a different time, maybe it was a warning, I don't know. But, I mean, it's very hard to explain. But the next 3 nights after that, it went into very disturbing dreams. More or less, family members of mine fornicating, large orgies, just very demented things happening. I'm not like a religious freak or anything. I'm more spiritual than anything. But, to each their own. I don't put down anything, but still, it was very awkward for me, and still things that I find very disturbing that normal people, or people in general, wouldn't ever think, or hopefully their subconscious wouldn't make them dream about it. But, it was just definitely a once in a lifetime type of experience. And I really want to know if anyone else has had any other experiences where possibly they had been abducted, guided by these beings. I mean, they're not like Greys and, little M. Night Shyamalan aliens. They looked like normal people. They looked like Asians with overly sized anime eyes, and they had a normal English accent, and it was normal. And they knew everything. I mean, everything. They knew what I was thinking about, and it was almost like they were predicting things that happened the next day. And let me tell you, after 4 to 5 days, or nights I should say, of this happening, I was completely drained. And I haven't had any since. I'm a little afraid to force myself into a lucid dream in the fear that I might have the disturbing dreams, but at the same time, I'm looking into trying to calm my mind to where I could possibly have this happen again and maybe take a little bit more insight in it. It is extremely hard for me to explain every single detail, but I remember them all. The sights, the smells, the feelings, the words, and on top of all of that, any person that I contacted telepathically while in these dreams, and they just so happened to end up calling me the next day or sending me a text message at the time that I'm sleeping and telling me, "Oh, you were just on my mind. Oh, I just thought about you." And some of these people I haven't talked to or seen in years, but you know, uh, it's just some really crazy stuff, and I really just want to get some opinions, and once I get a better grip on things and more things light a shed on, I will definitely make another video and put it out, and hopefully I get lots of comments, and if you think I'm crazy, I don't care what you say, and yeah. Alright, so that's what it was.